start off with our top story, and it's really about the imbroglio that Mr. Mallya is stuck in, even as the debt tribunal is hearing a plea seeking Vijay Mallya's arrest and impounding of his passport. Mr. Mallya has issued a detailed statement claiming that he's neither a borrower nor a willful defaulter. Vijay Mallya has also claimed that he has paid his dues to the respective banks and has also obeyed all summons, and that he's pained after being painted as an absconder, as he has no reason to flee. Chanda Shrikant joins in with more perspective on the story. Chanda, what do we expect later on today from the debt tribunal in terms of the order they may give out?
This letter coming at this time is clearly a face saver from Vijay Mallya, but one that's pretty unconvincing, because if you look at the tone of the letter, he's projected himself as the victim throughout, a victim of a media campaign, a victim of misinformation. That's really the tone that he's taken throughout. And talking about Kingfisher, he calls it an unfortunate commercial failure because of macro environment conditions, because of unfavorable government policies at that point. He's also spoken about the loans extended by banks so far. He said over 2,000 crore has been recovered as a result of sale of pledge shares. He also says that he is in the process of settlement with banks, and that he held 2 meetings with banks on this recently. Talking about the allegations of siphoning of funds, he said nothing has been proved so far, so these are plainly false. So Vijay Mallya clearly taking on a very defensive tone there. But the fact remains that any settlement with banks is yet to come through, and a lot of Kingfisher employees still haven't been paid their salaries or their settlement. With that as a fact, it really remains to be seen how people will react to Vijay Mallya's letter, that too at a time when proceedings are on at the Debt Recovery Tribunal. The DRT is expected to pronounce its order on attachment of the Diageo settlement today at around 3 p.m. and we will bring you more updates on that.
Thanks, Chandra, for that. In the meantime, Senior Advocate Mr. H.P. Ranina believes that Mallya's statement is pointless and he must do everything he can to pay back his dues and redeem his image.
These statements are totally meaningless. I think he should have kept quiet while the DRT was hearing the matter. So this is just to, divert attention, and I think he's blaming the media is totally uncalled for, because the media doesn't call him a willful defaulter or an absconder. It's just that some of the courts, the banks are calling him a defaulter because he has been a defaulter as defined by certain banks. So why should he blame the media for that? I think it's ridiculous that he should do such a thing. They got the money from the banks primarily because of Vijay Mallya's name. And to that extent, he has a moral responsibility to share his personal wealth for the banks to take a call what to do or what not to do. But certainly they should try to make a one-time settlement.
In fact, more former Kingfisher employees have hit out at Mr. Mallya, claiming that tax was deducted from their income regularly but wasn't deposited to the tax authorities, because of which they are now facing notices from the income tax department.
The sin which he has done, that he has not paid the taxes, he has deducted from, he has given us a salary slip, he has given us a fake tax slip in which he says that he has deducted the taxes, but he has not deposited the taxes to the government houses, and we are receiving legal notices.
Firstly, I do not understand the concept of Kingfisher Airlines suffering a loss. You suffer a loss when you have outgoings. For Kingfisher Airlines, he owes money for the income tax which he deducted from us but never paid. He owes money on the service tax of tickets. He's not paid the fuel companies. He's not paid any vendor like the transport companies. He's not paid basic salaries of any employee.
Why hasn't Kingfisher Airlines deposited the money that they have deducted from our salaries? It is their duty, it is their responsibility. There are Supreme Court verdicts on this. It is their responsibility to ensure that the tax are deposited to the government on time. Why are we made to run around here and there, helter-skelter, to ensure? The notice to me says that I'm supposed to pay within 15 days sum of 5 lakh rupees 87,000 within a month's time. You have no idea what all I had to go through.
Mr. Vijay Mallya has so far remained silent on the issue of looting Kingfisher employees, but he has invoked his immunity as a Rajya Sabha MP. Congress has jumped into the controversy as well, demanding accountability from Mr. Mallya.
Why don't they lock up this Mallya fellow like they've locked up that Sahara chap? He should be made to pay his dues. Such people should not be allowed to escape the rigors of the law.
Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/ETNow and don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at ETNowLive. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/user/ETNow.